Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by Funland Tutorials. In today's video, I am going to be discussing a topic on international economics, and I will try to explain Adam Smith's concept of absolute independence. So let me just write down Adam Smith's theory of absolute advantage, right? So this is what I'm going to try to explain. So as you can understand, this theory was put forward by Adam Smith, and this is called the theory of absolute advantage. Now let us think of a story, right? So let us consider two countries. So there were two countries. Suppose there was country A. So there was a country A and there was a country B, right? And what they did is, if I want to draw a line here and another line here, these two countries were next to each other and they had trade going on between these two countries. Now for trade, the standard definition of trade, it's you need two goods for it, right? So suppose there was commodity X and commodity Y, right? So let me just write these two were the countries, otherwise I'll, oh dear, sorry, let me just check that. There. So by magic I have countries and commodities here. So this is going to be the two countries and these are going to be the two commodities. So if you want to trade, you have to be essentially buying one good and selling the other. That is sort of like a very easy way of explaining trade, right? So if you have to buy one good and sell another good, there has to be two goods involved. So those are the two goods, good X and good Y, and it is expected that you use both of them. If not produce both of them, you have to at least use both of them. You can't just say I just need rice and expect to be able to trade with somebody, because there is nobody. If you do not produce, say, wheat, then you won't be able to tell anybody, look, I'm going to sell you wheat, give me rice. If you just produce rice, you're going to sell rice and buy rice. That doesn't make any sense, right? So there has to be two commodities involved. So suppose there are two countries and these are the two commodities. Now suppose, so I'm going to be explaining what I mean by writing hours here, because there are actually two ways of expressing this story. So I'm going to be first looking at hours. Now what I mean by hours is this: the unit of all of these data will be in hours. So suppose the people in country A take 10 hours to produce one commodity X, right? So there are people in A, and each person, this is one interpretation. I'm going to be using different colors. So this is one interpretation. So one person, let me just write it, and I think it will be better if I write it here. So one person takes 10 hours to make one unit X, right? And then one person of the same country, one person, or I can actually write this as here as well, one person of country A takes 10 hours to make one unit X, and one person, since it's in the same row, one person of country B takes, say, 20 hours to make one unit, this time it's Y, right? So this is part of the story, and then there's another part. So one person, suppose this is the setup of the story. One person of country B takes 20 hours. Let's make it 20 hours. 20 hours to make one unit x, and one person of country, sorry, this will be country A, one person of country B takes let's say 10 hours to make 1 unit Y. So what usually is written is, you just write 10 here, you just write 20 here, you just write 20 here, and you just write 10 here. But what does that actually mean? I wrote it in blue. So A 10x means